Hi, and welcome to the second in the mini little series about how to put a business plan together. So these are only little mini video bites, and last week we talked about ideas, and I'm hoping that you will have had a chance this week to get some ideas out of your head and put them down and put them on paper. And now we can start to formulate a plan. And it's really important to put a plan together. Why? Because if you want to raise money or investment from either an individual or a bank or an institution, you need to have a plan, and they need to see that that plan is a representation of your idea and where you think this will go, and also what the money will be spent on and how they'll get the return on their investment. So it's a very important document. Now, there are a number of key areas within that plan. They tend to be fairly traditional and fairly standard, and the reason for that is that people don't have a lot of time these days, and they know what they want to see and they know the information they need. So stick to a pretty sort of formulated plan if you can, to make sure that you're really making sure that all of the information is in. That's all I would suggest to you. And often, people don't have, as I said, a lot of time. So quite often they'll just look at the executive summary at the beginning, and I'll explain about that in a second. So what is the business plan? The business plan is a series of content, driven, titled areas, elements of your idea and how it's going to make money. How it's going to be successful, how it's going to thrive and be sustainable. And they want to see that you've really thought this through. So take your time with this. It's really, really important. And it also becomes your kind of roadmap, really your roadmap. So what are the key areas that we're looking at in here? These are the chapters, really. We'll have your title page. We'll talk about branding in a separate one of these. Branding can have a whole space of its own. But anyway, you'll have your title page with your logos and brand and contact details. Then you'll have your executive summary. Your executive summary is produced at the end of your business planning, but it's positioned at the front of your plan. Let me tell you that most investors and bank guys or girls should be looking really at the whole plan, but I know from experience that they're very, very busy, and quite often they just look at the executive summary. So we need to make sure that that summary is a really, really good encapsulation, is sort of précis of the whole plan put together, okay? You'll then have products and services. What are you selling? What are you selling? A little detail around that. You'll then have operations and organisation. How are you going to organise your business? Who's working in it? What's your background? Because quite often they're investing in you. And we'll talk about that when we come to that section. We'll then look at things like sales and marketing. How are you going to market your business? How are you going to sell it? What price points? We'll look at market and competition, which looks at how big the market sector potentially is for you, and what competitors are doing currently. What are they selling and what are they buying, charging, and those kinds of things. And then we will probably look at a SWOT analysis. I don't really like SWOT analysis, but only because I think they're very old-fashioned, but they are a good exercise, really. It's a good discipline. That's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And again, we'll look at each element of this. You then have assumptions, and these tend to be financial assumptions about, how you're going to put your budget together and what it's based on. And it's the narrative that goes with your profit and loss and your cash flow that comes at the end. Very, very important. So those are the key elements of the plan. So start thinking about this, start gathering information, start writing bits down, because next week we're going to talk about products and services. Now, these are only little mini kind of clips to give you an idea. If you're very serious about setting up a business plan and having a really good document that's going to get you investment or get you out there, then you really need to sign up either to download the business planning course, which you can do through the website. We'll be launching that and telling you that soon. Or you need to sign up to my weekly business weigh-in. Now, I'm doing a startup club where you come in every week and we do an element of the business plan, and you go away with a little bit of homework and you start to build up this plan week by week. And I support you to do that. I've done it many, many times. So thank you very much for listening, guys. Have a great week, and tune in next week for the products and services element. Take care.